Michael Dixon. And off we go from Seattle. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well, the Bengals and Seahawks meeting here in Week 1, and this is a combination that we haven't seen that often on the turf. If you look back to when the franchises began facing each other all the way back in 1977. But since then, just 20 meetings between the two teams. And the Bengals have won 11 of them, including the last meeting back in October of 2015. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 20. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. With a sack, it's Ziggy Ansah.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So the sack, and now it's third and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
368. Mike 50. Hey, Alpha.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, third and long. Dalton here from the gun. Going deep downfield for Ross. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Returnable for Lockett. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And it'll be Seahawk football, first and 10. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up first and 10 at their own 43. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. Hardy Nickerson there to make the tackle.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
315. Check 56. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. 40. 3. Big gas. Hey, 0. Check out.
On second down, it's Carson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Watch the pass. 56.
On first down, Wilson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Wilson throwing again. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 30.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On first down, Carson. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
4 yards on the pickup.
From the 27, Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
On third down, Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, 63 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. 28
yards the gain there on the catch and run. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Carson. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson buying time to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Forced out to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Wilson in the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on fourth.
57's the Mike. Right, 0, 0, 0. 57's Mike. Mike. Go.
They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
And think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches are giving, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 26. A big play. Dalton to his favorite receiver, Green. 44 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. Taking it right down Broadway. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, 26 yards. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. On the carry, it's Muhammad. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 15. 1st down, Seahawks.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, Carson. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, but they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 27-yard line.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Muhammad, he's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down now, Muhammad. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, it's Carson, and he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Now they'll throw it with Wilson, and that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. On 3rd down, Muhammad, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Alert. 56 is the mic.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 9-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. So a designed run last play. Now Dalton to pass. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. Here you go.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And able to find Green. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Going deep downfield for Rowe. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now a give right side. It's Carson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
12.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Open man is Gordon, complete. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Reload. Check 99. Check. Right left.
Throwing again. Wilson. This complete to Lockett. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Ain't no such thing as a loss.
Mike's 56. One left.
Now Wilson to throw again. He's going to rifle one deep left. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by B.W. Webb. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Mike 50, Mike 50. All day, baby, all day.
Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ziggy Ansah picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They go again with Muhammad. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf with his first career touchdown in his first career game, as his guys are back within a single score. Myers connects on the PAT, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 5 yards will get him back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
Operating from the gun. Dalton. He's going to air it out deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. 46 yards as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. The run on first down gets them a couple up to the 27. In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner, coming off a 3rd straight All-Pro season.
A gain of 2.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check 24, check 24. Run left, run left. 56.
Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And now the rookie's free. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They had that lead, looked pretty comfortable in the first half. Maybe got a little bit overconfident because that's gone now.
Almost takes us back to being kids, doesn't it? Because I know at some point your dad did the exact same thing mine did.
Okay.
It's okay to be confident, son, but overconfident, that's not a good thing. And that's maybe what we saw here. They thought they had this thing in hand, had full control, and guess what?
Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sand.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? 2nd sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get 1. That's memorable. 2? Hello.
Well, he dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. From the gun, Dalton. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. First and 10 for Dalton. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Ezekiel Ansah able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. After the sack on first down, Dalton. And he's going to go down again. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. So the sack, and now it's third and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Operating from the gun, Dalton. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. He's picked off at his own 47. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Squeeze, double. Check it backer. Kill. Bang. 12 point.
They'll run on first down. Muhammad. And down to the 36-yard line here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
It's just me and you.
They'll keep it on the ground. Muhammad. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Great start to the second quarter, better than 30 yards.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
They come up in an offset eye. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Now Myers for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that is going to be a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game even with the 2 points there, but let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. This is fielded inside the 5.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now a give, right side. It's Carson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
As many games as the two of us do, I would hope that one day we'll be able to solve this riddle. Why is it on a hot day that one team has more trouble with the heat than another, and especially when you can't stop a guy running the ball?
You know it's September in the booth, though, when you and I have both removed our coats, and those were gone in the first quarter.
They were gone in the first quarter, and what we're watching now is a defense mentally giving in and sagging a little bit because they haven't been able to stop him.
Now a play fake here on first down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
He's checking.
Got it. Watch out. Kill.
On second down, Muhammad, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Seahawks on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Come again. Set. Right side. Drive on. SOS. 57. Mike, 57.
Let's go, defense. Hey, check Mike 57.
Now it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line.
That's good for the Seahawks.
Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
They go play action here on first down. Being chased out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
On second down now, it's Carson. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a fourth down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Fourth down, here's Wilson. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. William Jackson with a pick, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete here.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. Dalton sets up play action. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. To throw on third down. Dalton. He's got his man here. It's Green. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Dalton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. To throw here, Dalton. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Trey Flowers picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
On 1st down, Muhammad. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Muhammad. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.